I'm back! Today on the blog and the YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about how to create quizzes. Now, this is a question that got asked in my group a lot for a while. It seemed like every other day someone was asking, how do I create a quiz that I can share and get email subscribers from and actually have the person get a result at the end? There were constantly answers being thrown around and people saying, you know, I've used this service or I've not used this service, but I've heard of it or whatever. And I'm here to tell you that I have found the perfect service for creating quizzes on your website or blog. And I think they're an amazing way to build your email list, especially if you think through it very strategically and maybe even come up with a viral one. So today we're going to talk about interact. It takes a lot for me to enunciate interact because I would just say interact. Interact is a quiz building platform. It is built just for people like you and me to be able to create quizzes and use them in our business. It's super, super, super awesome. So I'm so excited today to show you how to build out a quiz in Interact and how to get it out there to the world, how to sync it to your email platform, all the things. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so when you land on Interact and log in, you can actually create a quiz from scratch with this blue button, or you can use any of these pre-built screens or quizzes. So if something you want to do is closely related to one of these are all quizzes that you can kind of start with. So I think it's super fun. They've built all of these out for you to be able to use as templates. So I'm going to create a quiz that's basically asking, what celebrity entrepreneur are you? Who's your celebrity entrepreneur twin? So this one right here seems very darn close to what I want to do. So I'm just going to use this quiz. Now it'll kind of load some things up and it'll ask you where you want to get started. You are not seeing this because I'd already started this one, but a screen will pop up and ask you where you want to start, and I highly recommend just starting at the beginning. So I can start with the quiz title. So I can say, who is your celebrity entrepreneur soulmate? Or I might use something like doppelganger. I don't even know that I spelled that right, but whatever. We can, we can make do. So I can edit the cover image. I'm not going to do that on the tutorial, but I can totally do that. I can edit the text here, and I can edit this button. I can edit the style of it, the color, the text, all of that. Now what's really cool is you can actually go into styles here and select colors automatically. So you can actually put in hex color codes or, do whatever you want to do there. You can give it a font type for the general quiz itself, and you can even add your logo. So if I wanted to upload my logo, okay, so I would just go find it and hit upload image, and it would give it, and I would hit save, and that was done. And now it's going to show up down here at the bottom. So back into the content, though, you can kind of toggle between content and styles. I can just kind of go through this. So I can change the results. So this one has, you are Steve Jobs, Martha Stewart, Anita Roddick, and Jeff Bezos. And I don't want to use any of those. I might want to use Jessica Alba or, the Olsen twins or something a little more my style. So I would go through here and edit all of these answers and give a description and a call to action and whatever else I wanted to do. I can also go through and edit the questions. So I can say, which word best describes you, and all of that. Now, here's where it gets really fun. You can go into each question and change it the way you want it and then edit the result correlations. So you can say which word best describes you. And if you had 4 celebrities that they could get, basically what this quiz is going to do is it's going to, if they answered 4 of the 5 questions, all leaning towards Jessica Alba, then it will give them Jessica Alba. If they answer 3 of the 5 questions towards Jessica Alba, it will give them Jessica Alba. It will take the majority of their answers and lean them towards a certain answer, right? So I could go through here and edit the result correlations. So if they choose charismatic, they might be Steve Jobs. If they choose popular, they might be Martha Stewart. If they choose altruistic, they might be Anita Roddick. I can go through here and change my answers and change the results that it's matched to. So if I wanted to say philanthropic and add Jessica Alba, then I know if they choose philanthropic, their result is going to be Jessica Alba. And if that was the only question, that's the result they would get. Now, if they answer the next 3, 4, 5 questions and they all of their answers match up with Jessica Alba, that's what they're going to get as a result. So it's super, super, super fun. So here's all the questions. I can have them answer. I can add more questions. I can add images to each of the answers. I can delete and add answers. It's super, super, super easy. I can also save, preview, share, and embed, which is fun. Now, to actually get this to collect their email address when they take it, we need to enable lead capture and data collection for my quiz. So basically what happens is they take the quiz, but they have to enter their email to see their results. So I could go through here and say, hey, enter your email, see your results, and and they'll put in their email. I can edit this button color. I can skip it. They can skip it, all of that. I can check that I want their first name, their last name, their company name. I could make this form as long or as short as I want it to be. Okay, now I want to save form and continue. The next step is to connect it to my email list. They've got all the major ones connected here. I just love this. So I can use ConvertKit, which is what I use. There's Aweber, there's MailChimp, Zapier. So if your system is not linked here, you can use Zapier to link it. In Fusionsoft, you could just do a CSV file. So every time that someone subscribed, you would just get a download for it. So I'm going to go in and connect it to my ConvertKit. I actually will have to go into ConvertKit and grab the API key and the secret and hit connect. So give me just a second while I do that. Okay, so I went through and added my ConvertKit API, and now everything with ConvertKit is synced, and this is the next screen I see. I can tie their result to a sequence, which is really fun. So maybe you have different offsets of your brand and you want to know like which one they are most like or whatever, and you can tie them to a sequence. Let's say we were still continuing with like they were philanthropic, they got the answer Jessica Alba, and now I want to connect them to a sequence. So now their sequence might say, hey, like you are Jessica Alba and she's your like celebrity entrepreneur doppelganger and all this stuff. Here's how this works in your business. Here's how we can, make this work with where you're at in your business. All these things. So you can make a really fun sequence and let people kind of have fun with it, right? If you didn't want to have one of these like viral possibility quizzes, you could even have something to the nature of, a quiz where they just answer questions and based on their answers, they're put in a bucket in your email list. Maybe you want to know if they're a beginner entrepreneur, if they're highly motivated, if they're this, if they're that, and all of their answers lead them to a certain thing. So their answers might lead them to beginning entrepreneur, or their answers might lead them to middle ground entrepreneur, or their answers might lead them to, I'm a successful entrepreneur, but I still need to learn. You could tie them to a sequence that way. This is so, so, so fun. I think this is really cool. Once you're done here, you just hit save data. So I could actually go ahead and add them to any of my sequences. You can add them all to the same sequence. It doesn't really matter. Now it shows you that ConvertKit is connected. Their email address will be an email address in ConvertKit. Them being connected to Steve Jobs will put them in a certain sequence in ConvertKit, etc. So that's basically it. Now you would want to share and embed. So you'll click that button and you'll be able to publish changes. And now you can embed this code straight on your website. So if you wanted to send them to a link on your website, you could do that. You could also give them the direct URL. You could share it on social, and you could get a WordPress plugin to help you put it on your WordPress site. So all of these options are really, really, really cool. You can create as many quizzes as you want to from scratch or from the templates. And yeah, it's really cool. You can also create giveaways and polls inside of Interact as well. So if you wanted to create a giveaway to let your audience enter something, it will collect all of the giveaway entries and then allow you to have that list. So, but the really fun thing about this system is really built for the quizzes, and I love it. So that's how you create a quiz to grow your email list and make people think that you have all your crap together, because you do. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, because I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and make sure you don't miss any other techie and biz nerdy tips with me. Until next time, bye guys.